There is really nothing better than tucking into a chilled glass of eggnog once the holiday season arrives. But if you can't have dairy for whatever reason, this isn't something you can often do. Well, I've tried to fix that in this recipe that makes a few plant-based swaps. The results? An eggnog that is frothy and creamy and perfect for anyone in your life who can't have dairy. And if you're new here, I'm Maggie. This is No Frills Kitchen, where I teach how to cook with confidence with nothing fancy required.
To begin, combine both almond milk and full-fat coconut milk in a small saucepan. Don't worry if the coconut milk is a bit separated, it will come together once it heats up. To the milks, also add in a vanilla bean pod that you've split in two and scraped the seeds with the blunt side of a knife. If you don't want to do this, add a bit of vanilla bean paste. In a pinch, you can also use vanilla extract, however, don't add that until the very end when you whisk in the nutmeg. Set the pot over medium heat and cook, whisking constantly until the mixture just begins to simmer. Then remove it from the heat. Make sure to use full-fat coconut milk. The recipe won't turn out well if you try to reduce the fat content. It's the holidays, no better time than to be a little bit decadent. Give this video a thumbs up if you agree. Meanwhile, add some egg yolks, use the whites to make a meringue or marshmallows, a whole egg, and some demerara sugar to a large mixing bowl. I like using demerara sugar because I think it adds a complexity of flavor that you don't get with plain white sugar. Whisk the eggs and sugar vigorously for about 2 whole minutes. You want the mixture to be incredibly frothy and pale. Once your milk mixture has heated, it's time to temper the eggs. This is to prevent any curdling and to ensure that you have a smooth and creamy eggnog once you're through. Whisking the eggs constantly, slowly stream in the hot milk mixture. Once all of the milk is mixed in, return it to the saucepan and set it over medium heat. Ensuring that you're still whisking constantly to prevent scorching, heat the eggnog until it reaches 80 to 85 degrees C or 175 to 185 degrees F on an instant read thermometer. Or if you don't want to use a thermometer, just heat it until it's very steamy but not quite boiling. Be very careful not to overheat this because if you do, your mixture will break and become very grainy and not delicious. As soon as your custard comes to temperature, transfer it to a large mixing bowl. If you want to be extra cautious, you can pour it through a fine mesh sieve to ensure there are no bits of curdled egg. Cover with plastic wrap and let the mixture cool to room temperature before refrigerating and letting it chill entirely, a few hours. Then top your eggnog with a bunch of freshly grated nutmeg. Please don't use pre-ground, it has very little flavor. This is also when I like to add some brandy, or you could use whiskey or rum if you prefer, but you can leave it alcohol-free. Now all you have to do is serve and enjoy. Have it as an aperitivo at a holiday party or alongside dessert. It's up to you. And if you liked this recipe, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next videos. Enjoy!